Hello, my name is Tamathy. I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I'm the oldest of 21 children. There are 12 girls, 9 boys, no twins, same parents. And yeah, you grew up with that many kids and you get a lot of stories. You grew up with a lot of stories and a lot of really fun things, but you see a lot. And sometimes I feel very overwhelmed by the things that I've seen. So many things. Like clothes, for example. A lot of clothes. More clothes than maybe everyone in this room is wearing altogether. More clothes than maybe if you took all of the clothes out of your local Goodwill and put them into one room in a giant pile. That's what I've seen. I've seen that. I've slept on that. I've jumped in it. You can like swing from rafters and jump into it like a trampoline. It's got some bounce to it at first. I've seen a lot of clothes. I've seen a lot of potatoes. A lot of potatoes. I've seen a lot of cats, because if you have a lot of kids, for some reason you have a lot of cats. You also have a lot of hangers. You have a lot of shoes. Sometimes I have dreams where there's this giant box of shoes. It's like the size box that maybe a giant television would come in, not the flat screen, the old style giant television. And it's full of little girls' patent leather shoes. And I'm looking through this box trying to find a matching pair of patent leather shoes because we're going to be late for church. And the side of this box is splitting, and all the patent leather shoes are falling out on top of me. And this is a reoccurring dream I have. But that's because it's a memory. This actually happened to me. And so I've seen a lot of shoes, all kinds of shoes, but especially patent leather shoes. I've seen so many things, and it has an effect on you. I have a lot of stuff at my house because I have 4 kids and I have a husband, but I don't have everything I need, and that's because when I need something, like say a colander, then I go to the grocery store or wherever I go to buy a colander. But once I get there and I see all of the things, and I start remembering how many colanders my mother had in this cabinet under the sink, I start to get really overwhelmed by the number of colanders in our world. And there's just too many, and there's so much stuff. It wasn't just that we had a lot of kids, it was that I came from generations of hoarders on both sides of my family. And so I've seen not only all of the things that you would need to have for 21 kids, but I've seen towers of cottage cheese containers. I've seen drawer after drawer after drawer of Tupperware lid that don't go to anything anymore. Then there's all of the boxes of the split Tupperware that we have to keep. I don't know why. I've seen blender after blender after blender. Do you know where I go when I miss home a lot? I go to Bring Recycling. And I walk around and I look at the rows of doors. I'm like, it's just like home. It's just the way I remember it. It's so fun. I heard a story on the news today that really frightened me though, and I need to warn you people about this bit of technology that's coming our way, that already exists. And it's 3D printers. Have you heard of this? You can have one in your home and you can print out things. Doesn't that sound like fun? And if we were watching a sci-fi movie, then the people in the future would live in a very sparse environment and they would print out one thing that they needed. Because why? All the hoarders have died in the future? No, they'll still be there and they'll print out towers of cottage cheese containers. And they'll print out boxes of patent leather shoes. They'll print out hordes of things. It won't stop. And that's what I have to warn you people about. Beware the 3D printer. Beware. Our world will be too full of things. You don't want to see what I've seen.